Have you ever wondered who you were in a past life? And more importantly, what if the challenges that you're facing today didn't begin in this lifetime? I'm Tamara, the Million Mile Oracle, and today we are going to explore your past life, the lessons that your soul carried forward, and the wisdom that you can use to help you move forward now. I have 3 piles here, pile 1, pile 2, and pile 3. Take a moment to connect to the energy and choose the pile that resonates most with you, and I will see you in that reading. All right, I'm just going to channel any messages that come through for pile 1. I'm hearing the word lizard and wizard and connected to the solar plexus area could be significant. Personal power struggles, being able to have sovereignty over your own life could be a theme that you're working through in this lifetime that is coming from a past lifetime. This could have been a lifetime where you were on the outside looking in. You could hear life going on around you, but you were kind of stuck in a place. Almost like Cinderella, where she lived in an attic, but she lived separate from the rest of the family, and life was going on around her. She was kind of isolated off in her own little corner in the world, where she had to, work, serve, provide for other people, but it wasn't reciprocated. You could have had a hunger in this lifetime that was hard to quench. This could have been a physical hunger for food, or a hunger for something that was lacking, like love, money, security. There could have been a lot of lessons and struggles around obtaining the things that you needed, or being provided with basic things that support and sustain life. I'm seeing almost like a merry-go-round or a spinning disc. What significance does this merry-go-round or spinning disc have? You could have experienced a lot of highs and lows in this lifetime, where sometimes you were I'm seeing a merry-go-round, but I'm thinking of a roller coaster. So you could have had times when you were really up, and then there were drastic dips where you struggled. So this could have been a lifetime where you had a lot of lessons around stability, what stability looks like for you, what it takes to gain stability and achieve stability. It could have felt like a emotional roller coaster. You could experience in this lifetime difficulties with fear around stability because of the erratic nature of the previous lifetime, where sometimes things were stable and then other times they had drastic downturns. You can release this feeling of instability to create more stability in this lifetime. I'm getting the impression that once you are aware that this is a past life bleed through, that you can release it and not repeat this cycle. I'm going to pull a card on what you can do to release it. Is it just being aware that it exists and making a note, or is there something physically? Updates to your system. Yeah, it was kind of like a whole cluster. So this might follow you in lifetimes because it is hard to release. What's under the deck? Create in progress. Updates to your system. So this girl is like plugged into the matrix. I'm going to cover her cheeks. She's plugged into the matrix. And so this could be an unconscious program that's running in the background that there's a lack of stability, or that when you gain when you gain things that help you to become stable, money, car, house, good job, that it's going to be taken away from you. This could be an unconscious program running in the background because it was something that was experienced in past lifetime. In order to release it, it will require some shadow work or some reprogramming of your subconscious beliefs. This is going to allow you to move from a phase of just acting without understanding why you're doing things to a more conscious creative process. Instead of life just happening to you on autopilot, you are creating the life that you want. So examining those beliefs that have you repeating cycles of abundance and then loss, you can unplug from that reality and create a new one. That could look like going into a meditative state and implanting new beliefs. So write down some beliefs that you would like to have about what you can achieve, what you are allowed to have in this lifetime. Go into a meditative state and repeat those beliefs to yourself. Write them down. You can record a video and put voiceovers repeating those new beliefs that you want to instill, and listen to that as you fall asleep or when you first wake up. That's when your subconscious mind is most active. And that's how you can break this programming that has been running in the background from lifetime to lifetime. If you chose pile 1, the Golden Children, welcome to your reading. So who were you in a past life? We're going to get some information on what you were like in a past life. Who were you? This card represents Golden Child. It says inner child, tenderness, innocence, rare gifts. So right away from this card, I see that these little children have little like white auras surrounding them. You also have this portal energy that's white light. So you could have been someone in a past life who had a direct connection to source, to God, to spirit, and that connection just radiated out of you. You could have easily access higher knowledge. This could have been, I see the sun here, so this could have been a prominent feature of your personality that people saw in you. You could have also been someone who lit up a room. When you enter the room, you bring light to areas where there's darkness. This could be a lifetime where you were in harsh environments, and by harsh environments, I mean like places where people didn't accept you. They could have mistreated you. There could have been betrayals, deception, lies, trickery, and you were sent there to be the light in the darkness. This could have required courage on your part. I see you with the courageous peony, multifaceted, unique nature. Let yourself be seen. This light that you held within you, it's also shown in this card too. It's something that made you very unique. Let's get an idea of what your personality was like. You could have been a very kind, gentle, warm-hearted person. Three of Pentacles. You could have worked well in a team or been the leader of a team, collaborating with people, helping to build stable structures and foundations, implementing new ways of being that helped advance society, moving people from a place of darkness to light. This could have been one of your strong suits, is really being a guiding light. And it also gives me this impression of, if you've ever had this experience of having a terrible boss, and then you get an excellent boss, somebody who cares about the work environment, they care about the stress level of the people that are working there. They want a fair and equitable environment where one person is not being favored over other people for people doing the exact same job. You could have been that type of boss that was like a breath of fresh air. You could have been a successful business person. You could have also been wealthy because your hard work could have generated a lot of money for you. This could have caused you to have a rise in your status. So someone who is of a high status in society. So our society kind of values doctors, lawyers, engineers as like those dream jobs. It could have taken you a long time to master the skills that you have. You could have had multiple talents. It could have been more than just what you brought at a service level at work. You could also have been gifted with skills from a hobby, like playing the piano or some other musical instrument, working well with your hands, like building things, building houses, building like a craft, a hobby that is craft based. I'm seeing like a shoemaker. You could have held multiple jobs or streams of income. So by day you had one type of job, and by night you had a completely different type of job. I'm seeing like a business person in the daytime, and then someone who's at a workbench at night making something with their hands. And they could be two totally separate industries, but you found a way to weave the skills that you found a way to weave the skills that helped you build one industry into building a completely different industry. In this lifetime, you were well known for the skills that you had. You could have been highly sought after, and these skills or gifts were straight from God. Okay, so that's who you were. Someone who was multi-talented, had many unique gifts that allowed you to lead people, especially in areas where there was a lot of darkness and light needed to be brought to those areas. We're going to look at what defining lessons shaped that lifetime. What lesson did you focus on in that lifetime? Exhaustion and transformation. So with being multifaceted and having so many unique gifts that could have come second nature to you, it could have also been hard to figure out how to balance your productivity. You could have battled with exhaustion because of being highly sought after, or having such unique gifts. You were the only person that possessed those gifts that other people could have really heavily depended on you, and that could have led to a lot of exhaustion. And in that lifetime, you could have really had to figure out how to transform the way that you worked so that you wouldn't get stuck in a cycle of overworking. That could be something that you are working through in this lifetime, is navigating ways in which you work, provide a service, but do it in a healthy way that has boundaries so that you don't get burned out and exhausted. You could have experienced a lot of transformations as a result of the lessons that you were learning. So once you realize, for example, with the exhaustion, when you realize that you are in a cycle of overworking and burnout, you figure out a new way to work. You transform the way that you're working to keep yourself from experiencing that exhaustion again. So you probably went through a lot of changes in regards to the way you were living during that lifetime. That could have looked like changing careers or moving from a place of being employed to entrepreneurship so that you have more authority over how you're able to run your energy. So your biggest lesson in that lifetime was exhaustion, overcoming cycles of exhaustion and burnout from being overworked or overworking yourself, and really having to transform the way that you live so that you can have a healthy relationship with work. What gifts did you bring into this lifetime? Okay. Okay, so the gifts that you brought into this lifetime: inner temple, devotion, tune into the portal of your heart, and mirror, who or what is triggering you. So with inner temple, you could have really developed a strong connection to divine guidance straight from God. You see within this woman's chest, there's like a little beam of light, and then this pathway ascends right up to this center point of light. So you could have been able to develop a deep level of a connection with God or source that allowed you to access knowledge. This little doorway is like a portal to the cosmos. You could have had access to knowledge, wisdom, understanding that was beyond what the average person is able to understand. And if you see in this Golden Children's card, that same little light that's radiating out from these children is that light that is within her. Yeah, it's the same light that radiates out from within you, that truth, the knowledge that comes directly from God. So you could have mastered this gift and brought it into this lifetime. This mastery of accessing knowledge that seems beyond the understanding of reality. This gift of accessing knowledge could trigger other people. When people see you, because you carry the light of truth within you, you are like a mirror. So if someone who has a dark energy about them comes in contact with you, they don't see you. They see their own energy reflected back to them. Their energy is not able to taint you. It goes back to this inner child, tenderness, innocence, rare gifts. These gifts are not able to be altered. They're not able to be siphoned or used by people who have ill intentions. So when people encounter you who don't have your best interests at heart, it triggers them deeply. And they're forced to reflect on their own behaviors, how they treat people. You hold up a mirror, your light, your essence, who you are at a soul level is activating. And by coming in contact with people who are in dark places, mentally, spiritually, it also forces a transformation in those people. Okay, what cycle are you repeating now? What cycle are you repeating now? Focus on the horizon. What needs to be healed? Upside down. And what are the next steps? Leap of faith and take action. So, I don't know if you can see that. Let's move these cards over some. Okay, so what cycle are you repeating? Hope on the horizon. So in a past life, you could have went through cycles of experiencing betrayals or trials that really broke you down to a level that left you with only being able to depend on God. You see, she's reaching up to that light, that same light that we saw in the inner temple. And with hope on the horizon, you could have really learned how to go back to source, continue to reach back to that connection to source in order to navigate difficulties or trials. Upside down kind of shows like if you were ever off path or in a situation where you were not. Sometimes we can get pulled off of path. So, and it's because we're human. We're here to learn and we're here to work through different lessons and to grow as souls. And so you could have experienced in that lifetime or a carryover into this lifetime lessons where you had to navigate an excess and overconsumption. In this lifetime, it looks like exhaustion and work-life balance and understanding when to say no, to not let people take so much from you that it consumes you. So if you were upside down and moving in a direction where you were working yourself to the point of exhaustion, to the point where your health started failing you, you could have gotten to a place where you felt like you didn't know a way out, it brought you to a place of going back to source, having hope that you can change the path that you were on, and listen to guidance straight from God. This, your next steps are to take a leap of faith and take action. Leap of faith and take action. These are the advice that would help you to move back towards that place of inner peace, tuning into the guidance straight from God. This kind of, I'm getting like an impression that a scenario that was experienced in this lifetime was one that, I'm just going to give an example of, the first thing that comes to mind is like a job. You get a new job and you think this job is going to be like everyone working together, collaboration, teamwork, building something that everyone can benefit from and enjoy. And the reality is they expected you to do all the work. There was no teamwork or collaboration. You got there and people were working against you. They were sabotaging what you were doing. Your efforts to help everything to run smoothly and cohesively were thwarted by people who were working within the system that this was built to help. And it left you feeling like you were completely upside down. Why would someone sabotage something there to help them? This situation transformed you. It made you realize that you can't pour all of your energy into other people. You have to use that energy wisely. You also have to use that energy to help yourself. It can't just be about everyone else. And that rare innocence and tenderness that you possess is childlike, but it can also be exploited if you don't protect it. And so Hope on the Horizon says that turning back to source is the way that, in taking action, a leap of faith, is the way that you can navigate breaking that cycle. What is your, soul's message for you today? Is there a message that your soul would like for you to have? Soul message. How did that get in there? Metamorphosis. My alarm just went off and it said complete alignment. The card that came out for what your soul message is for today is metamorphosis. Embrace transformation. Things are different now. We also have this transformation card out here. I'm going to read the message for this book. This is the Healing Waters Oracle by Rebecca Campbell. Water, more than any other element, is very used to change. Like lobsters, which must shed their shells in order to grow, when the conditions call for it, water transforms itself from liquid to solid, ice, and to gas, clouds, mist, or vapor. And while it may appear that the way we humans change is a little more subtle and slowly than that, as ever-changing beings living in an ever-changing world, we're constantly transforming to it. Every moment of every single day is an opportunity to embrace or resist change. When we embrace change, we embrace the intelligence of life. When we resist change, we resist the intelligence of life. Often, it's in the growth phase that we feel the most uncomfortable. When we've outgrown our skin or our shell or our old way of being, it requires great courage to release what was for the chance to begin again. It's taking a leap of faith. This is what it means to transform, and it's what this card is all about. It's time to embrace what's changing around and within you and see it as an opportunity for great transformation and growth. All right. Well, this is the message that came out. Thank you for joining me on Million Mile Oracle. You can continue to watch other piles if you feel called, or I will see you in the next message. Pile 2. It's like raining heavily. There could be a huge flush or a cleanse that's coming or that you could be experiencing right now that is just creating bringing new things into your life, new ideas, new people, new places, new things. Just like you could be moving from, this could be like a turning point in your life where you are transitioning from one way of being to a completely different way of being. Just like a life that you won't even recognize. You can't even believe is yours. And the rain is just starting to rain even harder now. This flush, it's almost kind of like wiping the slate clean. This could have been something that you called in because you were tired of the previous circumstances. You finally learned the lesson. You're graduating and moving on. There could also be a stillness that is associated with this. A quiet, peaceful environment that could seem foreign because you're used to chaos. And the way that you would recognize that things are shifting, that you are being moved, is that the environment that you have previously experienced isn't there anymore. You aren't having to constantly fight. And there's this message that when you decided to stop fighting, that made room for God to come in and create change. It made space for God to take over. Maybe you were stuck in a cycle of fighting battles or feeling stuck in battles you might not have even asked for, but this drew you closer to a connection with God. It taught you how to surrender, to let go of what is not yours, to be able to live in peace despite chaos around you. And the evidence that you are successful in surrendering these problems to God is that your reality shifts. Confirmation. Your reality could have shifted what felt like dramatically, pretty quickly, within a couple of days to a week, or it could have even felt like it shifted overnight. All right, so where are you going? Where are you being taken in this new reality? Where are you going? Ooh, the best of you. You're being taken to I'm here in the land of milk and honey. It looks like milk and honey in this picture. The best of the best. I'm seeing like, if you thought that you took care of yourself before, you have no idea what's on the other side of where you're going. It's next level self-care, and that's the priority. This was building you up so that you could see that. I mean, it's like main character energy. Like, you are the focus. You are the star of the show, without like a emphasis on just physical beauty. It's really going to be about like your mental health as a top priority, and everything comes second to that. All the choices that you're going to be making are going to surround, how does this benefit me? Does this lift me up, or does this take me off track and tear me down? You'll be operating from that mindset. This is going to turn into like a joyride, as opposed to life being like movement from one tragic circumstance to the next. It's going to be one joyful circumstance to the next. You're really going to see yourself flourish, and it starts with you taking care of yourself in the best ways possible. So that could look like a huge glow up, you changing your hair, focusing on your skincare, your routine to take care of your body. That could be developing an exercise routine, a healthy diet, or just changing. It might not even be a diet. It's just you completely transform the way that you eat, the foods that you eat, how and when you eat, the conversations that you have. You may change the way that you dress, opting for more comfortable, luxurious clothing, and just the overall way that you take care of yourself, how you prepare your food for yourself and your family. It may look like eating and cooking meals at home more, as opposed to grabbing food on the go. Having slow mornings where you can get yourself together, as opposed to jumping out of bed and everything is a sprint that's stressful from the moment you wake up. Buying yourself flowers, or putting fresh flowers in your home, beautifying your home, making your home a sanctuary. Yeah, it looks like you're headed towards a life of luxury. If you're not already there, you could be making small changes every single day to bring in this new reality of luxury. Right. Welcome, Pile 2. If you chose this card, Earth Pulsing, this is your reading. This card says, Pulse of the Mother, slow down, time in nature. The first thing that jumps out about me about who you were in this past life is that this woman is laying in nature, and I almost didn't even notice her there. So you could have had a connection to nature that was so strong that you could have just almost immersed yourself in nature, or blended your energy with the energy of nature and been one with nature at an energetic level. You could have been able to communicate with plants, animals. You could have been able to walk through nature and receive messages, downloads. Like, you see this water just pouring down in. It's like almost like thoughts just draining down into her, downloads coming straight from nature, or being in nature. You could have felt at home in nature. This could have been a lifetime where you lived in a jungle, or on a beach, in the mountains. In this lifetime, you could feel most at home in these locations. You could feel drawn to the ocean, to the mountains, to the forests. And you might not understand why you feel so drawn to these locations. It's because in a past life, this was your home. And this is like a soul remembering. You could have also been someone who had a slow, easy life in this lifetime. One that was, I'm seeing like lush, tropical climates where it was warm. You could have lived off of the land, grown your own food. Could have been a hunter. You could have also understood. I see like there's a little bit of the cosmos up here. You could have understood a lot of information about astrology, astronomy, how the stars move, how to plant based on the seasons. This reminds me of when I went to Egypt and they told us one of the temples, there was inscriptions and hieroglyphics on how to plant different crops and which seasons that they grew best in. And all this was like explained and written down for generations to follow, because they tracked these cycles of nature and understood how to work with them and live with them. Also in this lifetime, you could have known a level of peace that you just could be hard to describe. It could be also a level of peace that you're searching for in this lifetime, because you understand what it feels like to be at peace within your spirit, to be able to lay down any worries, any other information about who you were in this past life. You could have been someone who was able to, I'm even feeling like guide the weather, direct animals. You could have had a telepathic communication with animals in nature. This is saying Star Keeper, cosmic ancestors, see the light by staying grounded. Yeah, this is definitely someone who is grounded and connected to the earth. But there's also, I see like two different connections, one to the earth, but one to source, to the cosmos, to the universe above. And this connection is flowing down to you while you are deeply rooted and connected and grounded to the earth itself. So two connections flowing, like earth energy and cosmic energy flowing through you. You could have also been someone who understood how to use your third eye and crown chakra to get messages from source, from God. I'm going to read this card, Star Keeper. You are an ancient keeper of the stars, here to anchor and see the light in your unique way. You've likely been incarnating on Earth for some time, dedicated to an era of awakening and bringing about a long-awaited shift in the planet's evolution. We're at the tipping point now. The survival of Earth and all its species is coming to a head. The more grounded you remain during this transitional period, the more helpful you'll be. The more you tend to the flame of your own heart, the more that you'll anchor onto this planet. The wisdom of the stars is imprinted in your soul. The more soul fragments you call home, the more this wisdom is seated here. You may be called to be in different places in the world to anchor this light, perhaps by taking a trip or living in a certain location. You may also find yourself experiencing awakening symptoms. The more grounded that you remain, the more stable Earth's energy will become and the less restrictive humanity will be. You're here for a double mission, to grow as an individual and as part of a larger collective that's bringing about a shift in frequency. Trust that you can be in the world but not of it, and lead a truly glorious life. This is an activation card, and the activation that goes along with it, you can say out loud, I acknowledge that I am a star keeper. I choose to anchor my light and stay as grounded as possible. I mean, that's exactly what this image shows somebody who is grounded, completely grounded with the earth and anchoring in cosmic energy. What lessons are shaping you in this lifetime that might have been defining lessons in your past life? What defining lessons shaped you in your past life? Defining lessons shaped you in a past life. Got two here. Gratitude and presence. So in a past life, you could have experienced lessons that resolved when you express gratitude. Gratitude for what you had. It could have been a life where you lived off of the land. It might not have been a life where there was a lot of material possessions, but a life where being present with your family was important. Spending time out in nature, developing a connection to Source, to God, and developing a deep relationship with your community or your family was the focus of this lifetime. And then being grateful for what you had could have been lessons that shaped that lifetime. Lessons about being present, being aware, being involved, I'm getting like an impression of not checking out, not self-medicating or self-soothing to escape problems. It was a life where you were called to fully show up and be present in your life in order to stay grounded and reap all of the blessings. And then to be able to have an understanding of why you were called to stay present really brought you to a place of gratitude when you saw all that you gained from being present. What gifts did you bring into this lifetime? A lot to kind of come out right there. Okay, here we go. What gifts? Lemuria. Creating heaven on earth is happening. And no. Wait, postpone, pause, and say no. Okay. First, I'm just going to jump straight to the no. You could have brought the gift of boundaries into this lifetime. This is a huge gift, because when you know what isn't for you, what could lead you towards a path of destruction, what could exhaust your energy or take from you, and being able to say no immediately and walk away, that is a blessing. You don't have to learn a harsh lesson surrounding when you should have said no and you didn't. That's a gift that you brought into this lifetime, having an understanding of boundaries. And then Lemuria, creating heaven on earth, is happening. So Lemuria was thought to be an ancient society at the same time of Atlantis. It's thought to also kind of be located in the area where Hawaii is, the Hawaiian Islands. This was a society that was peaceful. They lived off the land, almost like a utopia. What gifts did you bring into this lifetime? With Lemuria, creating heaven on earth, you brought in this grounded presence into this lifetime to be able to create a peaceful environment for yourself, for those around you, that feels like heaven on earth. You may be able to create a loving space anywhere you go. That could be at work, it could be at home, it could be just showing up at a grocery store or a restaurant. Because you carry that light within you, it transforms the places that you go. Okay, let's take a look at what cycle you are repeating, what needs to be healed, and what your next step is. What cycle is repeating? What cycle is repeating? Multiple streams. You could be developing multiple streams of income. This could have been something that you perfected in a past life. What needs to be healed? Sacrifices. Sacrificing yourself. Sometimes in the pursuit of developing multiple streams of income, you can get into a cycle of overworking or putting money over things that are more important, like presence with your family. And you could tip the scales of sacrificing too much of your time, too much of your energy into things that could be fleeting. So yes, money is important, but money should not overrule you spending time with your your children or your significant other, or taking care of yourself. So what might need to be healed now is how much you're sacrificing in the pursuit of money. What's the next step? Next step. Be authentic, and your tribe, your vibe. So the next step, first card that came out is be authentic. This means taking off a mask. Sometimes we don't even realize that we're wearing a mask because we have assumed that who we are and what we're doing is our identity. But this is saying, if you're doing something that you don't truly value or don't truly love, then to be authentic would be to take a step back and reevaluate what you're doing and shift in a direction that allows you to be more present in your life. Sometimes that might require you walking away from people or places or even things that you've created, because as we grow, we come to new levels of understanding about who we are, what we like, what we're capable of. And sometimes it just requires you to let go of things that you could have created, but you've outgrown. And being authentic is acknowledging that you have outgrown something and it's okay to let it go. The next step is to find your tribe, people who understand the new you, who can support you in the season that you're in now. It might not be people that you knew 30 years ago. And for some people that can be a hard thing to accept, but the message is that finding people who you can be authentic with is really going to lead you on a path towards happiness, balance, peace, and you'll be grateful for this transition. Okay, and what is your soul's message for you today? Soul message. A lot here. Just one card, please. Soul message, please, for group 2. Here we go. Ride the wave. Life lessons and growth. You will get through this. Okay. So, your soul's message for you today is to go with the flow. To not get overcome with emotions about changes that need to be made or lessons that you're going through in this lifetime that have to do with your authenticity or being present over sacrificing yourself for the sake of money, to learn the lesson, to grow from it. And ride the wave really kind of, to me, represents allowing the wave to take you to a calmer place, as opposed to trying to fight against the water, swim against the current, allow the current to push you into a new location. Well, that was the message coming through for you. You can feel free to check out another group, or I will see you in the next message. All right, pile 3. There could be a bell ringing for you. It's like a call home. You could be moving, preparing, being positioned, almost like back in the day where they had that school bell at the top of a school and they rang the bell calling everybody back into school. You could have been on a break and now you're being called back into position. You're gearing up for a new cycle. New lessons, new blessings, expansion. This break could have really recharged your energy, set you up to be able to have a higher capacity to receive. Yeah, it's like alarm bells are going off. You might be aware that this process is happening. It's like actively going on right now. A transition is occurring. This movement. People could be looking for you. You could be leaving people behind. People who kind of want to trap you in the cycle that you've closed the door on. They could be knocking at that door and the door is closed. This tells me that you're protected. Okay. What do they need to know? This is the journey. Carefree. You're starting a new cycle. There's going to be a lot of change. And right now is the time to reflect on the lessons that you have come through, where take like a inventory of the things that you have learned, who you have become in the process of this journey. Because where you're going is a place that is abundant. You're moving from a place where you had constant change to a place where your abundance is being called in. This is a place where you could have great wealth, an experience of great wealth. It could come in the form of entrepreneurship, moving from a place where you were employed to now a place where you are self-employed. And that gives you freedom. I almost want to say like, this is a fast moving energy, a quick change, like a skyrocket or a slingshot where you pull it back. You're held in place to prioritize reflection, to look at yourself in the mirror, see what things you want to keep, what things you want to let go. And then that slingshot is let go and you are flung into a new reality. The Fool card could be significant. I'm also getting this idea of it's going to leave you speechless, or you might be disoriented when this shift first happens because it's so sudden. You might not even, it might take you time to like adjust and realize what's going on, where you are and what you're supposed to be doing. Because now that the freedom is you are so free that choices that you make are in your hands. You're not being told what to do. That can sometimes be disorienting for people who are used to being in a state where they had to follow a rigid structure that was created outside of them. So getting accommodated to a new way of being, a new way of living, and a life where you call the shots, you have the power in your hands to do what you want, is where you're going. And it may take some adjusting to get used to being in that position. All right, let's take a look at your reading. If you chose pile 3, Weight of the World is your card. Boundaries, let it go. It is not yours to carry. We're going to look at who you were in this past life. And I can tell you right now, just from shuffling the cards, everything was like popping out. Cards were popping out left and right, messages left and right. I got already tapped into this energy. I feel like it's a fiery energy. You were somebody who had a lot of personality. You command a room. When you talk, people listen. You could have, with the weight of the world, been someone who carried a lot of responsibility in this lifetime, had a high position of authority. You could have also watched the other 2 piles. Some of the cards that were coming out were from piles 1 and pile 1 or 2. I won't tell you which pile. You might want to just intuitively feel into what other pile, if you're attracted to more than one pile, as to whether or not there are other messages for you. But But in this card, Weight of the World, this woman is like floating in an ocean. So you could have been someone who had big emotions or really cared deeply. You could have been an empath in this lifetime. You could have been someone who felt other people's emotions. She's just immersed in a sea, and you see there's light beings around her, beams of light in the water above her and in the cosmos. So you could have been someone who easily tapped into the collective consciousness, the emotions of people around you, and could embody those emotions. It could have been hard for you to separate other people's emotions from your own. This is not yours to carry. Could have been a theme that you worked through in a past life where you had to learn how to manage your own energy and understand what was your energy and what wasn't. That requires you having boundaries with yourself and others. Let's get a little bit more information on who you were in this past life. In this past life. Empathic, Starseed, and Star Keeper. Energetic, sovereign, absorbing what's not yours. Yes, it's not yours to carry. Absorbing what's not yours. Yeah, so in this past life, you could really struggle with understanding energetic separation, energetic boundaries, and that could have really been a focus or a theme for you in that life. And then Star Keeper, Cosmic Ancestor, seed the light by staying grounded. One way to how to begin to understand energetic separation is to ground yourself. When you ground yourself to the earth, it connects you to your own energy. And then you can clear out other people's energy. This could have irritated you. Something is like in my eye right now. I don't think there's anything in it, but ground yourself to the earth and to cosmic energy or directly to God to clear out other people's energy from your aura. This could also represent you being a mirror for other people. You could have mirrored other people's energy. So say you're in a workplace and it's a toxic environment. If you absorbed other people's energy, you could have embodied some toxic, you could have really embodied some toxic behaviors that were associated with that environment. So for example, gossip, you might not be one who gossips heavily, but in that work environment, that could have been like a thing that everybody did there. So it was hard for you to separate yourself from that energy, and you might have participated in workplace gossip. All right, what defining lessons shaped that lifetime? I'm feeling like who you were in the past life and what lessons that you experienced is kind of like all tied together. And the lessons had a lot to do with you understanding your energy versus someone else's energy. Yeah. Journey and deception. I almost thought there was more than one card under here. I was deceived by the card. Yeah, journey and deception. So in this deception card, she's looking in the mirror, but she's seeing someone else. And so it's almost like an optical illusion. It's like you expect to see yourself, but you don't recognize who you're looking at. There's also a mirror in this card, Empathic Starseed. She's looking in the mirror, but she doesn't see her own reflection. So the lessons that shaped you in this lifetime were recognizing when you were embodying some energy that did not belong to you. This was a whole journey that you went through where you were immersed in other people's energy and you had to navigate understanding when energy was not yours. In the process of releasing that energy, letting it go, and getting grounded into your own energy. So what gift did you bring into this lifetime? As we see what you dealt with is learning how to navigate other people's energy and understanding when something isn't yours. The gift that you've brought into this lifetime is to trust the niggle. What is that niggling feeling trying to tell you? So in this lifetime, after you've learned energetic sovereignty, how to determine when your energy is when you are absorbing someone else's energy and that energy is not yours, you may experience that in this lifetime as a niggling feeling, that feeling like something is off, something isn't right, that she's got, okay, so she's here, there's two people behind her, and she's separate from those two people. Understanding when you can be in a room surrounded by people, but you know who you are and can separate your energy from the energy of the space around you. She's also she's the only figure that's got color, and the rest of what's around her is dark or shaded out or grayscale that shows a separation. This is a skill that you honed in a past life and have brought into this life. It's a gift. It's a gift because understanding when you are carrying someone else's energy is huge. What cycle are you repeating? Keepers of the earth. You are not alone. Ancient ancestors stand beside you. So in this past life, not only were you connected to the people around you, the emotions around you, you were able to tap into the energy of those and absorb the energy of those people who are right around you. Another thing that you are repeating in this lifetime is being able to connect to the energy of your ancestors, spirit animals, nature. That energy of an empath, some people can look at it as a double-edged sword. It allows you to deeply feel what other people are experiencing, which can sometimes be painful because you have a deep knowledge of what someone else is feeling. This reminds me of a time when I came home from work and I had worked 24 hours, but I was able to get some sleep after a certain amount of time that night. So I felt pretty good when I got home. But before I walked in the garage and walked up to the door, I just had this immense feeling of exhaustion come over me. And I went from feeling completely fine to completely exhausted. And I knew immediately my husband had a rough night. I could tell that was not my energy and that was his energy. I hadn't even went in the house and I could feel the energy. That's the type of distinguishing of energetic sovereignty and absorbing what's not yours that I'm referring to. Being able to tell when you go from your own energy and tap into someone else's energy. And the gift or the cycle that you are repeating in this lifetime is being able to tap into messages from your ancestors or animals or nature that help you to navigate and understand this gift. So it's not like you're relearning the lessons from this lifetime. They're just helping you to tap into the wisdom and knowledge that you gained to bring it in. Is there anything that needs to be healed? There could be a mother wound that you're working through in this lifetime, or a wound related to feminine energy. This could have come from childhood. What needs to be healed? The 10-90 ratio. I'm going to read the book for this. It's card 43. You could be 43 years old, or you could be born on the 7th. You could be born in April or March or July. The 1090 ratio. Life really is 10% of what happens to you and 90% of how you react. Just think about it. The last time you got extremely upset, how did those emotions help you handle or deal with the situation? Probably not at all. In fact, allowing yourself to become upset about a situation or engaging in feeling angry or stressed out only harms you. It doesn't change anything about what has transpired, nor do negative emotions help you move forward. Allowing external circumstances to dictate how you feel about yourself and your life is a recipe for disaster. So, the next time something in your life goes left, try to remind yourself that it can affect you as little as 10%, depending on how you handle the situation. Some would even say that circumstantial challenges don't have to affect you at all, as long as you don't let them. Take back your personal power and choose how you react wisely. So, how you react to situations is something that needs to be healed, and not giving so much power to negative life circumstances. That seems like the message and the solution. Are there any other next steps? Decluttering and in touch with your body. So decluttering is so important because it's an energetic shift. So from the outside in the physical world, it may look like you're just cleaning up something, but at an energetic level, it's making space for new ideas, opportunities, energy to flow. It's much deeper than just getting rid of stuff or throwing away things or moving things around. It is literally going to shift your life. So taking time to declutter your physical space, your mental space, and your energetic space really will help you to bring in a whole new reality. And then in touch with your body. When you have things that really kind of put you in a negative mental space, it can really cause a downward trend in all aspects of life. But one of the first things that sometimes tends to go is our ability to take care of ourselves, our body. And if you're in survival mode, a good day might look like just getting up and washing your face, brushing your teeth, or taking a shower. The rest of the day could look like being in bed. So really shifting that energy and being in touch with your body is listening to what your body is asking you to do. Is it asking you to drink more water? Is it asking you to get up and move, to get active, to eat healthy vegetables and fruits, to bring your life force back, to get out in nature and take a walk? It doesn't have to be something that's strenuous. You don't have to spend money to do it. This could be starting a garden and growing your own fruits or vegetables, to juice the vegetables. If you don't really like eating the vegetables, you could start there. There's a lot of different ways that you can get in touch with your body and take better care of your body. So this is a call for a next step. And then, what is your soul's message for you today? Thank you. Gratitude, appreciating what's sustaining you. I'm going to read that. Thank you. This is what your soul wants you to know. It's thankful. I've got the wrong book here. Hold on. It's thankful for the work that you're doing, that the care that you're taking to make changes for the better. Okay, gratitude, appreciating what's sustaining you. Water is life. Wherever there's water, there's life. It's the ultimate blessing. It's the thing that sustains us the most. Life isn't possible without it, and yet most of us take water for granted. In our busy modern world, it's easy to become disconnected from the truly sacred things that are supporting and sustaining us. to take the simple things and the people closest to us for granted, assuming that, well, they'll always be there. Sometimes it takes the threat of going without something for us to realize it's even there, to truly appreciate what we believe we could not go without. This card is an invitation to reflect on and appreciate those things that support and sustain us the most. From water to loved ones, what are you most grateful for? Who are you most appreciative of? How are you being called to offer thanks? How can you honor the things that hold you the most? When we open our eyes to what's truly holding us, the way we look at our life changes, and the more thanks we give, the more abundance we realize is there, the more we honor those who give to us, the more connected to life we feel. And offering thanks is a way of giving back too. When we acknowledge the support that we have in our lives already, we're more easily able to see the sacred that's woven through it all. So what are you most thankful for in your life that you may have overlooked? Yeah, if you feel called to check out another pile, this message I feel like really connects with one of the other piles that we looked at today. This was the message that came through. I appreciate you for joining me, and I will see you on the next message.